Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because this video is loaded with a bunch of news. But there is an absolute theme right now, and that is I don't care what you're selling, I don't care what service you have. We're all in the same soup, and it is definitely murky and it's got problems. First things first, Tyson Foods is arguably the largest food company in the world. They just announced that they are laying off 5,000 people. 5,000 people. I told you it was going to be a layoff festival of 2026. But at two of their meat processing plants in Nebraska, 5,000, think about heads of household, wage earners, people that have spent their career processing beef. Nope, no more. They're going to get their beef products realigned, and they're going to bring back profitability. For how? How are you going to do that? Let's get rid of 5,000 people. We want to make things more affordable when it comes to beef. They're outrageous. I mean, I don't care what you're buying. I don't care if it's hamburger, steaks, whatever. It's just outrageous and very, very expensive right now. And but let's see if this works. Going to lay off 5,000 people, shut down two plants, and again, it's going to make beef more expensive. They've already talked about this. Read the articles that are listed below because it's great. It explains it all too. You know, so many home builders. Since I did that one video, I've gotten a bunch of stories sent to me about how they're ripping down a shopping center to build more apartments. And I hate those dormitory apartments. I do. I think if you have a pet, a dog, and you want to live inside those places and you don't have a backyard or even a patio for them to walk out on, you should be criminally charged as far as I'm concerned. That's just me. But they're going to build more of those dormitory apartments and ruin all those businesses. After talking to Mike and then lawyers, I'm like, they just can't kick that guy out. They got to pay that guy out. That guy's got a lease. They're going to have lawsuit city. Now, here's the best part. The owner, the new owner that's buying the place, he's the one that did the shakedown. He's the one that came out and said, hey, we're going to raise your rent. We're going to do this. Hey, wait, okay? Because good people like that, people felt for that guy. And they were like, no, 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 this can't be done. So, but again, guys, you want to do the right thing, you can go step out and you can represent that guy. We don't need more apartment buildings. Every home builder right now is offering incentives. They are giving away whatever they can, whether it's granite countertops, better doors. Hey, we'll give you direct TV for a year. I'd like that because mine's outrageous for the movies and everything I have on that. But direct TV, free alarm system, all the shenanigans just to get you into that house. But I don't want a $12,000 a month house payment. Well, nobody does. And the problem with this is that these builders have just priced themselves out of the market, and they know that. California, this Looneyville state, they're bringing back homeowners assistance where they're going to give down payment assistance for first-time buyers up to $150,000. Read the article below. If you have somebody that's stupid enough to buy a house that can't afford it, they can give them $150,000 to get them into a negative asset. My friend Scott Walters, the realtor from Santa Barbara, watch his channel, and he's the guy to talk to about real estate. And then if you want cars, it is TK's Cars from TK's Garage. He's a fan favorite of everybody. But they're going to have homeowners assistance. You're going to be able to get a free down payment, 150 grand. They'll just tack it on, and later on when you go to sell the house, you'll have to pay the state of California back. Okay, if they don't change their mind and want it back sooner. But again, it's like you have to be in a house right now. Rent is outrageous. It is criminal what they're getting for rent right now, and all this new construction is an absolute nightmare. So I love these incentives. I love the fact that people reach out to me and send me emails. By the way, hello at iAllegedly, the email is back. Hello at iAllegedly.com is our email address. Use that. Use it, use it, use it. STG Logistics, arguably one of the largest trucking companies in the world, filing for bankruptcy. But again, what, people aren't shipping anything? No. Look at things like trucking companies. Look at things like Home Depot. Look at places like that that are truly having problems right now. This says everything that you need to know about the economy. People that are innovative, good business people that I know, are out there and they are trying to come up with ways to save money, come up with ways to sell things cheaper, better, get more customers. Use your existing customer base. I am a master, guys, at marketing without money. I am a master at getting the phone to ring and doing things from the existing customer base. That's what you need to work on. 20% of your business should come from your existing customers, at least. One thing that was great, I did that article about the college championship and how they were charging $747 for people to park their car at the Hard Rock Stadium. And I had people first were like, "You're a liar. You made this up. I live down the street from there." And then I shoved the Miami Herald article that Dr. Marvin sent me down their throats. Like Dr. Marvin and I made this up. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if she just made up a huge price for parking at some random stadium? So people took that to heart. And what they did was, honey, they're getting almost $750 to park the car there. One guy got $2,000 from having people pay him $200 a piece to park their car in the driveway. People would just pack them in. So $200 was the common theme. Hey, it's cheaper. Not 20, 200. Which reminded my brother of a story. He said, "You remember when we went to the Rams game in either 70s or early 80s when they made the playoffs and lost for the 400th time to the Minnesota Vikings 10-7. I'm like, oh God, I remember going to that game. And we just got rained on. Just, clearly bad parenting by them getting me out there. But it was just freezing. And we watched the Rams lose. Okay, as I was just drenched. I probably still have pneumonia and something wrong with my lungs ever since that day. Oh. I talked about Steak and Shake, how they went out and bought a bunch of Bitcoin. Well, now what they're going to start doing is paying people in Bitcoin that work there. Maybe 21 cents an hour in Bitcoin. That is the coolest thing ever. They're going to also do bonuses in Bitcoin. I'm like, wow, that is really, really cool. So again, whether you're into crypto or not into crypto, that's not the point. This will force you to be into it. I mean, it's kind of cool that a company is putting their money where their mouth is. I just thought that these guys wanted to hide money and do an investment, and they're like, no, we're going to pay our clientele with 21 cents an hour in Bitcoin. That is really innovative and really, really smart. I think it's just, great. Ray Dalio issues his most urgent warning ever about America's economic future. And again, we used to listen to Bridgewater, we used to listen to Ray all the time, but is it the end? Do we pay attention to this? That's the question. You know? There's a hospitality group with 260 hotels globally, not just in the South or they're in France. They're global. It's a global company, and the hotel group, 12 countries, 260 hotels, and they're done. They're done. The Tuscany, the Hotel 27 in New York, they shut down operations in 2020 and September of 2025, but they had nothing but problems. And then you get a company like this that cancels reservations. Revo Hospitality Group enters insolvency with 260 hotels. I did story after story after story of Sonder and all these other companies that have gone down. Once this happens, guys, I mean, a lot of people aren't Dan. Hey, you know what? What do you want to do? Oh, 3 weeks from now? Yeah, you want? I can come to Florida for you. It's yeah. Not everybody's like that. I have friends that are like, and my buddy that runs a cruise company. Hey, what are you going to do in November of 2027? I don't know. Well, let's go on that cruise together. I'm like, and people are like booking and planning, and I'm like, God, I don't know where I'm going to be in November of 2027. So again, more power to you if you've got your schedule laid out like that. Natural gas is criminal. Electricity is criminal. I have been complaining to my local water company because, I get a water bill and it will be for a ton of money. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I what did I do? What did I water? Oh no, this is for 59 days. We didn't check your house. So it's 2 months. Oh, okay. So a friend of mine had to explain that to me. The city explained that to me. But now you're starting to see everything go up. Natural gas, I talked to you guys about this before, how you're going to see it go up. They say 18%. It's going to be an average of 20%. We're going to have this cold wave hit most of the country this week. And again, guys, today's a chilly day. It's low 60s. You know, that's it, guys. That's it. How about one that if you had to answer this trivia question, you probably never would have gotten it right. Lincoln Logs. You know, Lincoln Logs are still made here. That's that toy when we were kids. That when I was real young, we'd go to the rich kid's house. They would have Lincoln Logs. Oh my gosh, they'd have an erector set. We get to play with that stuff, and I was just big time. Well, I always thought that was a cool, gift. And my mom would give me the empty cardboard box that those people got their Lincoln Logs in, and I would play with the empty box. Anyways, Lincoln Logs made here in the United States, they just lost their manufacturing and need to come up with manufacturing. But God love these people that manufactured Lincoln Logs in the United States and Maine, the $10 million company, and didn't go outside to China. Hey, Alex, 3,000 for is it made in the United States? I never would have got that one right. So they have a lot of cool products, and good for them. Good for them. Couple things just to finish this real quick. PPP fraud, I don't care where you live, what they're doing, and this is so great. They're reviewing every single application. So people that lied, oh wow, how did we dodge that bullet? I know I bought you the car and we went on that trip and I bought you that diamond with my PPP money, but they're reviewing every application to make sure you had the employees. And one guy in the Virgin Islands who got 300 grand, pissed it away, but got the loan discharged. You don't know it. Well, guess what he does now? He owes it, and he's going to be indicted. So read the story, second to the last one tomorrow. Don't forget that we have our private channel, iAllegedly Live, and I think today's the last day of the free trial, where if you want to watch some of the videos, they're posted on newvideos.com, our video sharing platform, and you can watch a free, episode or two of iAllegedly Live. So many of you have watched it and signed up, which is super cool. I really appreciate that. So check that out. And again, it's iAllegedly Live at iAllegedly.tv is where you sign up for that. But final story. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's lovely wife. Uh, she has a new show, Cooking and Lifestyle with Meghan Markle. I don't know what the name of the show is, but the show did not crack the top 1,000 on Netflix. Think about this. You've got the most awful movies that people are binge watching, and her show is not in the top 1,000 because she's a horrible human being. She is Yoko Ono. She ruined the Royals. Don't ever forget that. She broke them up just like Yoko broke up the Beatles. Don't ever forget that. Now, given the opportunity, I'd like to pitch a show. I would like to pitch her show called I Ruined This or I Broke Up the Royals. And what she would do is she would interview people week to week to week on how they destroyed, marriages and bands and everything. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, you would tune in for that because she would just sit there and she wouldn't be able to let people be better than her. So she would have to be, no. I wouldn't curtsy to the queen. I wouldn't go with tradition. I needed to stop this, okay? Because she's a horrible, what's the word? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, she should be embarrassed and she should be humiliated, but she's not because they're paying her just scads of money. But when does this nonsense stop? When they pay people all this money and they don't produce anything and nobody's watching. She's not in the top 1,000 shows. I'm telling you guys, if I had to answer that trivia question, how many shows are on Netflix? I'd probably say like 400 or 500. I didn't know there were well over 1,000. She's not in the top 1,000. She's an imbecile. So our email is back, hello@iallegedly.com. If you want to get a hold of me, send me stories and stuff like that. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you're well. And onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon.